Hello everyone and welcome back to Deadly Premonition, this time for part 11. It looks like Anna, Becky and now Diane have been killed by the raincoat killer. Let's continue the investigation.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane.
Right, yeah.
I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
It's gonna be a long one.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
I might.
Can't we just do it here?
Yeah. What?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Let's go for a drink. It's just stopped raining. I was thinking about maybe going to get the flower, but let's go for a drink. Get to know him a little bit better. Maybe I can figure out exactly what's going on.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
Right.
This? Didn't I tell you?
No.
Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot, and fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad.
You sure you want me to find that flower?
Was what she called the tree punishment.
Oh.
She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Oh. That's why it's all scarred up.
I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
As you do. Even York's thinking, wow, this guy's fucking crazy.
I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York.
Yeah?
I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I?
Little bit.
And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both.
At least Becky, yeah.
You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
Not completely.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems and not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George. You've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Okay. I think that was a worthwhile chat, don't you? Can we continue this at all?
Since we're here, why don't you talk to a few other people?
It's a good idea.
I'll just finish off my drink.
You do that.
Let me know before you leave, okay?
Okay, sure. So it's just going to be like we're at the community centre. Carol, hey! All glammed up, too.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too.
You might be next.
We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
No, he probably didn't.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
You probably want to show her the other side, but just a thought.
I'm busy, gotta go.
Okay. Wait, is she splashing or something? Every step she takes, there's a puddle beneath her. It's not raining indoors, is it? Or maybe everyone's spilling their drinks tonight.
I dream of you like a girl. There is something funny about this song.
It's the piano player. I bet he did it. He's the raincoat killer.
Behind the trolleys, they should see us. I am stealing haze from the night, muddy space. I dream of thee like glistener. You are conscious of my innocence. Everyone's just written
They're both thinking, she's not that good.
life is but a dream.
I was just going to say, round of applause. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Well, maybe I could get the other half of the conversation with Carol. Is there anybody else? Doesn't look like it. I'm very suspicious of you, though, Mr. Piano Player Man. Could I just... Yeah. I probably shouldn't threaten people with knives and guns in here. At least not yet. Carol, hey! My brother's at the sheriff's department, isn't he? Poor guy, having to watch over Nick. You didn't even do anything. I don't know if he didn't do anything. Right, let me just check the map here. Okay, so I could maybe just pop in there, have a little look around. Yeah, sure, I don't think I actually did this last time, so in we go. That's right. Okay, so what's in here? Sweet fuck all. Fantastic. And here? Stabilizer? Yeah, I don't think so. Just out of interest, I didn't really take a look at this. How is... okay. I do need to sleep pretty soon. Alright. So, is that it? I think it might be, George. Oh?
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Zack, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Oh no, we don't want that to happen. Well, there you go.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
And off he goes. Okay. So let's have a man-to-woman with Emily. Right?
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past.
Oh, do tell.
Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
Your right hand? Oh.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Bit of an awkward stare off there, but yeah, okay. Bit of a heart-to-heart, yeah. Does Tom want to come by? Do I have to have a man-to-man with him as well? Bring Nick. Bring everyone. Bring the general. Maybe I could talk about getting a new car. There you go.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
Ooh.
York.
Yes.
You might want to be under that. Just a thought.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
Maybe a little bit. Seriously, get out of the rain. Hey, it's still raining and we're actually not on a story mission. This is absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. Okay, so let's see. Let's get in this. And I'm just going to check the map again. I don't know if the flowers spawn in different locations every time it rains, but Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so I suppose maybe the river. Yeah, the river. It seems to spawn exactly where it was before. And that's just across the bridge over there. Yeah, I might actually be able to do this. Are we going to be talking to Zach, or... No? Not in the mood, York? Fair enough. I suppose it's quite late, you know? Oh, here we are.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now?
Remember what?
That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois.
Oh, right.
All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch.
Lovely.
Ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body.
Ah.
Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As
Yeah?
more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Wow.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good. Right, Zach?
And they say too much is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter dead and the missing organs at his house.
Damn.
Do you remember what he said when we took him in?
What did he say?
I was ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal.
Wow.
And remember who he said ordered him?
God?
An alien.
An alien?
Well, of course, we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers
So the real
can't be
culprit
caught
got
by
away.
Logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That first case taught me that. Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated.
Do they
It's
ever?
a tough job.
Yeah, it
I
is.
thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
Is that it? That's where we're going to leave it? Right. My biggest fear was that I was going to either cut off the conversation, or that I was going to wait for him to finish the conversation and it would stop raining. But it looks like
Zach, is
We're
there
in luck.
something here that you want to check out?
Well, I'll join you if you like, but I do need to get that report written.
we'll get to that in a
Once
moment.
you're finished,
We will.
let's head back to the hotel.
That's right. There it is. The flower's right there. And I think I only need the one, right? Wait. Where's the sweet spot? Take item? It's around here somewhere. There you go.
I'll call it the nameless flower. Pretty poetic, if I do say so myself. Let's find one and make George's mother happy.
Yes. Yeah, she deserves it after the way she treated him, by the sounds of it. The flower with no name. Fantastic. I don't know if he's available right now. I suppose there's no rush. I could maybe just pop by his house in the morning or speak to him at some other point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I probably should go back to the hotel, write my report, wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee with Polly and maybe some awkward conversation, and then continue on with the investigation to find out that pretty much everyone else in the town has died. Yeah, probably not. So yeah, back to the hotel. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a little bit more with Zach. Here we go.
There was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach?
Yes, that's right. That one.
That one.
Multiple homicide, same MO, across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human.
Oh boy.
5 victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age, race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and fragments of paint ID'd the car that was used. That's where things got really tricky.
And why's that?
The perpetrator used a 1993 model Cadillac Alante as a weapon. It was registered in the name of one Senator... No, I don't feel like talking about this anymore.
Oh, come...
The
Whoa!
senator's basement. I wish I could forget what I saw there.
What did you see? Come on. Come on, don't tease us like that. York, I'm serious. Talk to Zach again. I'm not going to get in there before you talk to Zach. Alright, maybe I will. Yeah, it's time to write the report, and oh boy, have I got a report to write. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if the FBI deem it necessary to send another agent in to help me out or even replace me. I'm not exactly cracking the case. No, I don't know. Maybe Diane's going to be the last victim.
Zach, let's go over our progress.
Let's.
From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects.
They did.
There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery.
Yeah.
Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Sure. Well, give me the list. Multiple bodies, no murder weapon. It was right after the crime.
That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene.
Like Nick or Forrest?
There are two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance,
Maybe Willie?
and one other.
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Well, it would be Forrest Kaysen. Well, you never know. Harry could have been there.
That's right. Kaysen. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him.
He gave us the full tour.
Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
Didn't hear the boots? Yeah. He may have heard the other things as well, but he mentioned boots.
That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious.
If he didn't do it to himself, somehow.
We saw the rest.
Yeah.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
I think it's a little... Yes, no, or I don't know. I guess I'm more of a I don't know right now. Yes seems to be too obvious. Let's say I don't know, because I don't.
Me too. Usha sent in a report too.
Oh yeah?
He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the raincoat killer. Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession,
That's right.
the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow.
Maybe it will. Maybe I'll have to have a look at my fortune.
Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
Trying to get into your good books. Who's that? Hey!
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
Alright.
My mother was
This music.
a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, and baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones.
She doesn't really look too
I
comfortable.
had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys.
Oh,
And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did.
funny that.
Like father, like son.
The apple doesn't fall far from the
Can I
tree.
ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Where do you start?
Who's Zach?
Please. Who am I?
Zach is a friend of mine.
A friend?
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face,
He's a little bit like Polaris.
but he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
Yeah.
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
Around the same sort of age as we see him in the dream. Whoa. Oh.
I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead.
Well,
He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
that's heavy.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me.
Yeah.
It was around that time that we became friends.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together.
Huh.
Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things.
This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
Maybe?
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Oh?
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life.
True.
If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
Yeah, she was determined to take you
No
down
need to
with her.
thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely?
Oh, she didn't stick around?
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember? Our conversation with Emily. She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
Yeah, Zach, not your...
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals.
Oh, God.
This is a very serious situation indeed.
It's going to come to blows at some point, isn't it? I'd like to see that.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Just go to sleep.
Thomas!
No.
Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I'm going mad. I know you're there. Come on, please! Thomas!
Nope.
Thomas!
No one there.
Thomas!
Not a single officer. It's like that cutscene just got cut off there. Oh? Alright. Ah. Okay. This is getting interesting. There's that locket. The upside down peace symbol. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. Wow. 9 hours in total. 9 days too. Okay. How much cash do I get for that? It was really just a drink. Okay. Yeah, a couple of drinks, a little bit of a chat. Over 14 grand. Not too bad, eh? So yeah, this is where I'm going to save, and this is where I'm going to say thank you very much for watching part 11 of Deadly Premonition. A little bit shorter than usual, but we did sort of wrap this section up. Next time, we'll wake up, we'll have some coffee, we'll talk to Polly if we can, and we'll continue the investigation, and hopefully, fingers crossed, nobody else has died, and we can actually get a little bit closer to identifying who the Raincoat Killer is. Maybe we'll speak to Nick. Maybe I'll give the flower over to George. I don't know. We'll see. Next time. See you then.
She found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad.
You sure you want me to find that
Worst was
flower?
what she-
You probably want to show her the other side, but just a thought. Wait, is she splashing or something? Every step she takes, there's like... There's a puddle beneath her.
I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
Your right hand? Oh. You might want to be under that. Just a thought.
I don't feel like talking about this anymore.
Oh, come... Whoa!
Senator's basement.
It would be Forrest Kaysen. Well, you never know. Harry could have been there.
My mother was
This music.
very kind.
I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
Maybe?